Hi, welcome to the Secrets of Wall Street. My name is Jose, and today we're going to be talking about what we expect for this week in stocks and a few catalysts that I expect are going to be very interesting for the markets for this week. So before we get started, as always, if you could like, subscribe, that'll really help out the channel. Channel is growing, and I'm really happy about all the subscribers that I got so far. I'm really appreciative and thankful, and hopefully we could keep this going. So with that, let's get started. Here I'm going to put up what I have on the screen. Here we have CNBC, and if you could see here, one of the things that happened this week is the China unrest. Very news that I kind of feel is going to be very impactful for this week. If you've known everything that's been happening out of China, a lot of this has to do with the lockdowns, very restrictive policies that the Chinese government has put out there, and a lot of people are starting to not really like these lockdowns because they're affecting their jobs, their lives, and people are basically forced and locked to their homes or their jobs. A lot of these lockdowns are basically locking down people, and companies like Foxconn, which is one of the big ones that we talked about last week, have been affected by this. So if you take a look at Apple stock is the most affected by this because this is their factory where they produce their iPhones. So it's one to look out for. Apple is definitely a stock that you should be looking out for this week. Any delays in this production are going to basically reduce Apple's ability to produce iPhones. So the biggest thing that you should be looking out for this week is that obviously globally, any continued lockdowns are going to affect the global economy. So you may have your stocks fall down on this news. We'll see how people react to this tomorrow morning. One last thing I kind of feel, unfortunately, like I really wanted to make a long video, but my video player is giving me problems today, so I'm gonna have to see how I figure that out. But one other stock I do want to mention here is MMAT, and here I'm gonna put up some news that actually happened today, or happened on Friday. Sorry, was Metamaterials preferred shares, which is MMTLP, which is a spinoff of this company. Basically, they approved the record date. So if we go here, the record date is going to be December 12th. Now, what does this mean? If you have MMTLP, then that means that most likely you're going to be seeing a very big increase in share price because they're going to go off market. They're whoever's shorting the stock, they're going to be forced to close their positions. What this means is basically that anybody that has a short position is going to be forced to cover. So they're going to have to buy the stock price at whatever price is established in the market. So anytime a company is spinning off, or that they're forced to like go off market, or that they decide to go off market, and people are forced to close positions, basically the stock price rises substantially. So you could easily see the stock maybe go to 50, maybe 100. So these explosive moves to the upside are very possible. Now, what does that mean for MMAT, which is a stock that I had mentioned last week? There really is no correlation here, as far as like news or like if there's any benefit for MMAT in any way. But there has been sort of a correlation between MMTLP and MMAT. And MMAT is a stock that does have very interesting business ventures, and right now is one of the most heavily shorted stocks out there. So people may see this as a catalyst to run up MMAT as well. So if you're looking to get into MMAT, remember, you have to think about this as a speculation play. If this goes up maybe 50-40%, I would advise maybe take any profits that you see in this stock, because they do have a stock offering for $250 million that they could sell stocks at any time. But it is one of these stocks that have been mentioned recently and could possibly run up in a short term. So keep that in mind if you're looking for some short-term scalping with this play, and hopefully you'll be able to make some money out of it. We'll see what else happens this week that will hopefully have the market pointing upwards or downwards. We'll see, but depending on these earnings, but definitely some company earnings are going to be giving an insight on how this market in general is gearing towards, and something I know that the Federal Reserve is probably most likely going to be looking into for the next Fed meeting, where they'll decide if they do a 50 basis rate hike or a 75. So nothing concrete yet. We'll see. Sales of Black Friday were very, very good. So that is technically not a good thing for the Fed, because that means that the economy is still running hot. So we'll see how the markets interpret this news on Monday. Most likely they will go down, because it's not good that the economy's hot. But again, we really don't know. So if anything, if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments, and I'll be glad to answer any questions that you may have. Thank you.